Hello, everyone, and wow, that was an awkward backup. Welcome to some creative mode in Subnautica. Um, Building my crazy accordion base tower and getting some final screenshots of this monstrosity. Let's go find more and interesting new places to do whatever in. Build bases. To build bases in. Actually, let's start by going up to the surface. And hopefully that thing should deploy properly. But just by dropping it. We'll see. I think I want to start by making myself a sea moth. Okay, well, let's deploy you. Okay. Let's make a sea moth.
The sea moth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels. Warning, local radiation readings suggest the area of drag is not a critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
Okay, so what I want to do with it... First of all, this is going to be faster than swimming by either thing. But what I want to do with this is I'm going to go ahead and take it in here. And let's make some upgrades for it. Let's see. I don't know if this is important. I want... 2 storage modules? I guess hull reinforcement. And let's go over here and make a modification station, shall we? Modification station is an interior module. I can also use this to make myself ultra glide fins. Oh, you can make lithium-ion batteries here. Let's see. Seamoth upgrades. Let's just go ahead and make the Mark III depth. I don't need air tanks. I might as well make the improved maneuverability tank. Let's see. Put those on. Inventory is full. Okay, let's install... Okay. Step 1. Install upgrades in my Seamoth. Storage, hull reinforcement, depth module. Step 2. Pick up my maneuverability. Step 3. Make a trash can. Where is the trash can? It's in here, isn't it? Yes. Okay, and I do not need these chips, this water, and I do not need these old fins. I will hang on to the salt, I guess? Technically I don't need it either, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Okay. Right, so now I can...
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Whoa, that was some weird lag. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some more creepvine seeds, because creepvines are really cool. And they illuminate your base, and I like them. I mean, that's really all that it comes down to, right? Oh, inventory is full. Cool. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing to go on an adventure. Specifically, I am filling up a sea moth with creepvine seeds. Can I harvest any of this cool stuff? No. Okay, and this is the other storage compartment. Cool, you get also creep vine seeds. Let's go. Let's go on an adventure with my new fancy sea moth and no sense of direction. I should probably make myself a compass at some point in time. It's a very different game when you're not having to harvest things. A very different game indeed. I bumped a fish. I don't think it liked it. So some of those rocks being held up by floaters. Ooh. Saw purple things over there. Go over this way then. Oh. Oh, this is some big piece of ruin. I think I found modification station stuff in here. It's not terribly important at the moment, though. Okay, that's heading back. No, it's heading orthogonal to that. So, what I'm actually kind of curious about is what happens if I go just away from the thing there. So if I point myself in the opposite direction, like, there's an edge to this world, and I know that, and I don't know what actually happens there. And I admit this game makes things kind of terrifying at times, so I haven't really tried to explore that on my own. But let's... Wow, this has quite the set of cliffs going on here. Let's see what happens if we go towards the edge of the world. We got some heat things and some spires, and it gets kind of dark, probably because it's becoming nighttime, if I had to guess. But we're getting deep enough that I don't feel like going up to the top just to check that sort of detail out. Huh, it's really empty out here. I mean, there's a lot of fish and stuff, but there's not a whole lot of... What is this?
Detecting multiple Leviathan-class life forms in the region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
Okay, so that makes me really uncomfortable going out this way further. But my goodness, look at all of the stuff for the prawn suit. Obviously, I'm safe because I'm playing in creative mode, so there's not actually any threats. But oh my goodness, there is a ton of these shark things out here. Some of this weird sea brain. Hi, you're acting all friendly.
Passing 100 meters.
I want some sea brain.
Efficiency decreased.
There.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Yeah. I want some cool seeds.
Survivor, you have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
You're sure my favorite activity wasn't climbing ladders?
This may be the migration path of a huge bottom-dwelling life form.
Ooh, huge bottom-dwelling life form, you say? Oh, I'm 357 down. That's deep. Let's see, where's the... Would you stop swimming at me? It's rude. Man, this game is good at making things spooky. So spooky. I just want to take my kelp seeds and, like, find cool things and plant them somewhere. See, there's something that feels safe about nooks. How far down does this go? Have I found the edge of the world? I feel like I found the edge of the world. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. Yeah, okay. Can I go out further? There's nothing to lose. Like, literally nothing to lose.
Warning, entering ecological dead zone. Adding report to databank.
Oh. Fascinating. Well, let's see what ecological dead zone means. Crater edge. Geological scans of this area show a steep decline in all directions. This data is consistent with the theory that nice. The aurora crash on the edge of a 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer volcanic crater. It has likely been millennia since an eruption reached the surface, encouraging the ecosystem within the crater to flourish. The ecology of the trench surrounding the crater supports only two kinds of life, microscopic and Leviathan class. Exploration is ill-advised. Okay, so that's how they handle the edge of the map. That's what I was really curious about, and I don't have a reason to go out any further. I heard that this game was made... Oh, man.
Emergency. Detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
That was the Aurora exploding. So, something that I found really interesting about this game is that I would have assumed that it was procedurally generated,
The radiation suit has been added
but
to the blueprint
it isn't. It is, in fact, handmade, which I learned... Is that my base in the distance? Or is that a giant fish? I have no idea. But it was, I learned that the map was handcrafted, which is not something I would have expected. I think that's my base. Those little lights in the distance. That's really cool. But the fact that the entire world map is handcrafted is something that's really interesting to me. And, because I would expect a game like this to be procedurally generated. Like, that's what I would anticipate. So the handcraftedness of it is really interesting because that has certain effects on it. For example, you can't have the map go for forever. It's an obvious practical restriction. I just want to confirm that this is my base that's like a city way out there. But that idea of this world is specifically a handcrafted area, and they're like, oh, yeah, sure, you can go way out to the edge, but the way that they handle it is like, it just drops off, and it's just volumetrics, right? It's basically just volumetrics at that point. And going any further has you basically automatically die to a Leviathan class thing, is what it sounds like. I don't really need to verify that, but I was just kind of curious, how did they handle that boundary condition? And you can obviously see that like my base is basically lights. And a parked reefback. Hi, buddy. Are you enjoying life parked up against my my base? That's never happened to you before. Okay.
Local scans show a nearby cave entrance, depth 90 meters, leading to an unknown environment.
Okay. Yeah, I know where it is, though. This is the Degassi... a Degassi base was built down here. There's a ton of mineable stuff with a prawn suit, but getting a prawn suit out of here, it was a pain in the butt for me. But it's a really cool environment down here. But yeah, just the handcraftedness, so I was curious how they handled the boundary, and is an interesting decision, but it allows them to be able to make the game in a specific sort of way.
The conditions in this cave support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms. Detecting an artificial structure somewhere in the region.
And that decision to make it I don't want to turn off the lights on my Seamoth, but that decision to make it let's do that. Do that and grab some cool screenshots of the area, shall we? It makes a lot of sense when they're trying to really capture specific things. One of the issues with procedural generation is that you can get stuff that's very samey. It's hard to get very unique feeling areas, just because you're working off some sort of algorithm. I suppose you could get more uniqueness, but you have to really have some good ways of introducing a lot of noise in order to accomplish that. That's like very clustered and clumpy, and even then, you're gonna have a hard time like fully achieving it through just randomness, right? So, yeah, I just found that decision to be interesting, so I thought I'd talk about it while I was kind of exploring this area some. There's a bunch of lava-y things here. You know what? Let's build our base for the episode over here, but let's do something a little simpler than last time, shall we? So let's put a foundation apparently above me. And I want
Power restored. All primary systems online.
you got a spot here. Cool. Power transmitter. Okay, so that can almost get up to where I'm about to build. That actually transmitting power up to the base? Okay, that looks like it is transmitting power up to the base. Now, I wonder how much power these thermal... It's interesting because I would have assumed that they needed to be built on a platform because I've never actually worked with one of these before. So the fact that I can do this with them is rather interesting to me. And all of them can feed into that one power thing, so that's really cool. Let's start by making an exterior grow bed here. And in this exterior grow bed, let's put a membrane seed, let's put a cave bush seed. Then let's get some of our clusters there. I want to put this other membrane seed away. And then let's do let's start by placing one of these. A hatch here. Then let's send this off over to here. Nope, nope, there is totally a thing there. Like so. Now, you probably don't...
Warning. Emergency
Yeah.
power only.
So I don't think you can actually have proper power. Even though those things are theoretically supplying power, I don't know that it actually qualifies, if that makes sense. Just because of the quirks of the creative mode. Because I'm definitely beaming power with all of these power beamer thingies. I'm going to put this here so that way I can put another glass tube on top. And let's put T like this. I don't know what that's going to be doing. Let's see. I want a multi-purpose room. So let's see. If I want to do this, no, that's not. Doesn't make any sense. Properly. Let's put that there, and then let's angle it into a multi-purpose room. Well, not right there, obviously, because that's not going to work. I don't even know where this is trying to go. Everything's colliding. Can I put a multi-purpose room? Okay, I can put a multi-purpose room higher. Let's put one up. Can I put it lower than that? This is such an awkward construction. Okay, let's not put you there. Can I put you... No, connected to that doesn't work because it rams into that. So, how about there? Where I can put this here and this here. And a moon pool. Where can I even... Oh man, I have to go way up. If I stack multi-purpose rooms... Whoop. Not like that. Like that. There we go. That needs to go up even higher. There. And then... That's like a huge multi-purpose room stack. Fascinating. Okay, so then let's install some windows, because I like windows. Right there, and... I don't even know what's going on with that little bit going off the edge, if I'm being frank about it. And I also don't know what's happening off of this. Maybe another observatory. Oh, not yelling at me about warning your power is out. Was it here? Okay, and this gets us into the crazy pile of multi-purpose rooms. Let's just put this there. I want a hatch right here. And some more windows. Then let's put a... fabricator here. And maybe a medical kit. I don't need medical kits, but I'm just putting stuff in because I can. Hey, let's listen to some radio messages, shall we?
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
Signal coordinates interrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Interesting. So there's definitely some... fancy equipment I didn't know about. Yeah, I want the rebreather and the compass, I think. Ah. I don't need the rebreather, but it turns off the annoying message about needing the rebreather. So I want the rebreather. Let's see. Normally I would add in a... oh, what's the term? Oh yeah, light sticks. Normally I would add in a detector for the scanner room, but I don't really need that. Where do you make the thermometer? Isn't there a personal thermometer add-in? I thought, maybe. Make a beacon. Okay, and let's install a ladder right here. Okay, so this is another room I have no idea what its purpose should be. But I know what its main goal is, which is to get me from the lower level to the higher level. So let's just fill it with windows. And install a ladder. 'Cause that's its main purpose. Sure, let's put a water filter over there. And then windows over here. Cool. And then a ladder here, I guess? Okay, and this leads off to the moon pool, which definitely wants its own set of windows. It doesn't really need anything other than windows. I definitely want to experiment with different, like, configurations for bases to see what feels good for navigation and all that sort of stuff. I wonder if I can capture any of those mushrooms to plant elsewhere. This base definitely has a very different feel than the previous one, though. And that's in large part due to the environment, but it's also just I'm structuring it very differently. And I'm just going to put a technically pointless hatch over. Nope, I'm not putting a technically pointless hatch over there. It would apparently run into stuff. Now, what I kind of want to do is, one, I want to see if I can harvest any jelly shroom. Yes, jelly shroom seeds. Okay, excellent. The other thing that I kind of want to do is I want to come up here and put another multi-purpose room. And this one I want to install in the containment environment thing. I do not know how much power those thermal things are producing, as an aside. That is not the base builder tool. This is. I kind of like multi-purpose rooms as just kind of like, you know, large open spaces. Okay, so now I want interior modules. I might put some aquariums in some of those lower rooms, actually. There's the alien containment. Whoa, except I can't be standing inside of it. And let's give you a hatch right here. I can use the planter to put a thing. Yes. Ah, there it is. Little baby glow thing right there. Isn't that cute? Let's see. Interior aquarium. There. There's an aquarium. Okay, and let's put another aquarium like over there. And I clearly need an aquarium right there. This room's already got its purpose. It's to build stuff in. How does this not have a window? I must fix this. I must fix this abysmal lack of windows. By installing windows. You know what I mean. These are actually not the most exciting places for windows to exist. Oh yeah, that's the random thing that I have no idea what its purpose is. This is cool. Oh, look at all that lava going on over there. Okay, let's give a purpose to the random thing that doesn't seem to have a purpose. This guy sticking over here. Let's just give it an observatory, I guess. I don't need this. I want the light, but not the map. Get over here, you fish. You not peepers. Okay, let's turn the map. There we go. Toggling that is... So that's one complaint I have, is that toggling multiple things on this can be a little awkward sometimes. There's an Oculus in this rift. That's an infested one. Okay, I want to go install these in some of my aquariums. If I can conveniently get to over here.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
This is not a concern for me. Okay, let's put those guys in there, and then let's climb up this and put the other guy in here. Yeah. You know, swimming around in there. How much? Okay, I got 2 of those. That's sufficient. One of the things that I've learned, you can technically build ladders at kind of like the same level, as it were, but one of the things I've learned is doing that is really kind of awkward. One of the other things that's really cool is they've programmed it so that way when you walk into an observation room, it starts playing like look at all of this wonder type of music, if that makes sense. Where it's very... I guess I would call it the observatory theme. And I think that's a really cool feature, I guess. A really cool piece of functionality that they have intentionally done. I don't know what that light was about, but okay. Oh, that's at 51% on the water. That's cool. That has made a medical kit. Isn't that cool?
This is Officer Keen in Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Ah, there's a sea moth inside the thing. Oh yeah, I got that beacon, or I made that beacon for a reason. Let's make use of it. So what I want that beacon for, probably right here is a good spot, is I can assign it and then launch it. And I can name this beacon Jelly Shroom Cave Base. And now, when I get far enough away, that will show up, so that way I know where my base is. Isn't that cool? Speaking of jelly shrooms, I want to go harvest some more. Because these things are really cool. Now my inventory is full of jelly shroom. So that'll be useful for later, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and actually put some in my sea moth. This storage, maybe? Yes. Excellent. Well then, this has been the second base. Let's go ahead and pop a little bit of a ways out so we can get nice lovely view of it. Let's put it this away. And oh good. My my seaweed is starting to fill in. I just want to grab a few pictures of it, just because it's cool, and I want to do that. And you have you're growing. Okay, it's at 92%. It's gonna be really cool once it finishes. $93. Yeah. Well, I don't have a whole lot more planned for this particular episode, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. And next time, I'm going to go find a new place to build a base. So until then, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.